It's my life. Chapter 9. Portal High School and a revelation. I turned it around and saw that it was Wheatley! Marissa, I'm so glad I found you. The black bloody hole sorting sucked me in too. I groped Wheatley and gave lots of hugs and kisses while Caroline... See, I listened to Constructive Crit. Instead of Follower Trolls, I play Skyrim. It's a really good game. I also write badfic. It's great. I definitely do a lot of video game playing, because as you can see, this story is 12 fucking video games and fucking shitty fucking other things put together because I'm a fucking writer. Look at me. I'm a writer. Was all OMFG. Wheaty looked at Carolyn and said, "What the bloody hell is his ugly bugger?" Because she wasn't as pretty and hot as me, and Wheatley wasn't used to seeing other humans.
I better explain all this stuff. This is my boyfriend, Wheatley, the robot ball.
I can't remember what Gladys called him, and it was mean and stupid anyway.
We are from the future where you're, and we need to get back to then.
I gave Carolyn the down low.
Okay, but I am only a junior in Portal High School, so I'm not smart enough yet to build a time machine. But I know someone, guys, who can.
Then KB Johnson came in the room. I heard everything. We must wait for tomorrow. Then we go to school and time machine you in. You too. You too. So Gabe Johnson went home, and me and Carolyn and Wheatley all slept in her big double bed. But we didn't do no thing. Gross lick that, okay? I slept with my parents. The next morning we woke up and readied for school.
Massa, how can I school when I'm a bloody robo-ball?
Wheatley's line, I gotta redo it. Give me a second. I gotta find it. Marissa, how can I school when I'm a bloody robo-ball? Carolyn smiled and said,
"Don't worry, I can pretend you're my science fair project. It's a volcano made with my feces."
Anyway. All right. We got Portal High School in Carolyn's car, which was a cool Ferrari. Our long hair was blowing in the breeze, and we were singing pop songs like, Let me explain something to you. I don't think that Party in the USA was in the 70s. No, thank you. Although girls just want to have fun. I don't know when that came out. If you know when that came out, please comment, rate, subscribe, send a letter to the president. But anyway, we sang pop songs like Party in the USA, and girls just want to have fun. And Wheatley sang too, but didn't know the words. When we got to Portal High, there was lots of guys staring at me because I was the new girl and more hot and pretty than the others, obviously.
Sorry, I did. I'm taking.
Stupid fucking happy face. I waved cool and strutted my stuff with Carolyn.
When are we going to do the time machine?
I asked to Carolyn, and she said,
Gabe said his friends will meet us at lunch. We have to class until then.
Our first class was gym. I didn't think people could be this stupid. But I think at the end of every paragraph, I'm just completely surprised by how god-awfully dumb this author is. So, let's try to get through this. Because I don't know if I can. Carolyn hacked the network so all the classes were the same. So every single class was gym. Every single gym, the name gym. Jim Belushi. It's probably a terrible thing. After we got in our gym clothes, some guys were staring at me and hooting and looking at my bob, so I yelled, "Yeah, perverts!" And they ran away because they saw me angry face. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Carolyn OMG'd.
Look at the new mascots. They're so cute.
I looked at them and saw,
Carolyn, those mascots there, Atlas and P-Boy.
Altus and P-Boy saw me, and P-Boy, "My name is Peabody now, 'cause I'm actually a girl." Peabody yelled loud at me. I almost, God damn it. I almost, and Carolyn went on,
Dude, what the fuck?
again. Give us more drugs and beer, or we'll shoot you and your friend. Atlas goaded and taked out a guns. Carolyn was scarred and shaken while I just held Wheatley real titty, but he didn't say no thing because he was pretending to be a Synth Fair project. Oh, no, you don't! A big fat kid rushed at Atlas and P-Boy and landed on them like squish. He gooed up and brushed robot parts off of him and went to shack my hand. My name is Russian name, so people just call me Heavy, cause I'm, fucking Christ! Holy shit, anus! No! 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 My name is Russian name, so people just call me Heavy because I'm real fat, lol. Heavy rushed into me while I was shaking my head. You just got here just in time. Carolyn lolled. The heavy guy pointed to the left, and there were some other guys. These are my friends. We all his cool nicknames. They are Scott, Spy, Soldier, Medic, Sniper, Demon Man, Pyro, and Engineer. We're sieners, so we can smart enough to build time machine for you. The engineer got up to me. Well, little lady, I heard you need a time machine built it. Well, I'm a senior, and I passed my time machine exam so I can help. He started building the time machine when Gabe Johnson came in. Well, this is goodbye, my daughter. He cried a little and gave me a hug, and I hugged back, even though he was a high school student, so it's really weird that he had a full-grown high school student too, but it's okay, because time machine. And he gave me a little hug and I hugged back. I'll miss you too, Marissa Roberts. You're the best daughter I didn't have. So Carolyn was crying, so I gave her a hug too. The engineer got her up and said, the machine is complete. Before I could go in, the engineer stopped and took out a big needle. Also, I made an injection that will give you special powers. Yay! I lulled and said, I already have them because this is the part, this must be how I got them in the first place. It's not how time travel works. That is not how time travel works. Okay. I already have them because this is the past and I must have got it in the first place. The engineer thought a minute and said, okay, I'll put them in Carolyn. So when the she babies you, then you got them not to mess up the time stream. He put the nettle in Carolyn and electric happened all over her and I felt even more powerful. I grabbed Wheatley and got ready to go back to the machine. Meanwhile, in the future, back in the future, Shell was still trying to beauty quick, but nothing jiggle wiggle. Fuck. Hey, you. Over there, come here. A voice said, and Shell went to it. It was GLaDOS had not died after all. I can be your new beauty. So Shell picks up GLaDOS and put it where her butt was there. GLaDOS started to lull all evil, and Weirs came out of her and into Shell, so she was transformed just like GLaDOS planned. To be continued. Oh no. Shell and GLaDOS is fused to Shell GLaDOS. How can Marissa stop her now? And can she even get back? Or is something going down at Portal High School? Find out next time. I'm not reading the next chapter right now because my brain is still trying to process the clusterfuck that kind of just went on. So, thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos. There are also things. And go, click the annotation up in the top right corner if you want to watch this from the start. I'm gonna go cry now. Goodbye.